Every day, millions rise from their beds without a true understanding of why they do what they do. They shuffle through routines, chase paychecks, accumulate possessions, yet deep within they feel a gnawing emptiness. That emptiness is the soul's cry for purpose, the inner voice that refuses to be silenced. And today I tell you, life without purpose is not life at all. It is mere existence. There is a reason you were born at this exact moment in history. You are not a mistake. You are not a random product of chance. You carry within you a seed, an idea, a power so tremendous that if unleashed, it could not only transform your life, but alter the course of the world around you. But that seed demands more than mere wishes. It demands discovery, dedication, and above all, belief. Purpose is not something handed to you like a diploma after years of waiting. No, purpose is unearthed, like gold hidden beneath hard, stubborn ground. You must dig for it. You must search for it with relentless hunger. And here's the surprise. It is often buried inside your deepest curiosities, your persistent dreams, and even your silent frustrations. What you can't ignore is often what you are meant to address. You see, purpose isn't found where it's comfortable. It resides in the places you fear to go, in the challenges you hesitate to accept. It beckons you not to ease, but to growth. Purpose is the invitation to stretch beyond what you have been told you could do, beyond your background, beyond your failures, beyond your fears. And the moment you step toward it, the universe itself begins to conspire in your favor. Education, true education, is not the mere memorization of facts. It is the unfolding of the mind's power to see possibilities where others see limits. Your purpose is found when you combine education with imagination, when you transform knowledge into action and action into impact. You were not designed merely to consume, you were designed to create. Understand this. A clear purpose fuels the fires of persistence. It gives you a reason to rise after defeat, to work while others rest, to believe when every evidence screams otherwise. Purpose is stronger than talent, greater than opportunity, and mightier than circumstance. Those who discover it become unstoppable forces. They don't beg for chances, they create them. They don't wish for change, they become it. You owe it to yourself and to the world to uncover why you are here, because within your purpose lies the answer to someone else's prayer, the solution to a problem yet unsolved, the light that someone desperately needs. When you live in alignment with your purpose, you are no longer chasing success. Success begins chasing you. Do not settle for existence when you were called to significance. Do not accept the ordinary when you were born extraordinary. Your purpose is your power. Find it, feed it, and unleash it. For in doing so, you will not just live, you will live greatly. Here are 6 key points from a speech. Life without purpose is mere existence. True living begins when you discover and pursue your deeper reason for being. For purpose must be discovered through active searching. It is hidden within your passions, dreams, and even your frustrations, waiting to be unearthed. Purpose often lies beyond comfort zones. It challenges you to face fear, overcome obstacles, and grow into your full potential. True education fuels purpose. Education is not just learning facts, but awakening the mind to see possibilities and act upon them. Purpose fuels persistence and resilience. A clear sense of purpose gives you the strength to endure failures, rejections, and setbacks without giving up. Living with purpose attracts success and impacts others. When you align with your true purpose, you don't just achieve personal success, you become a source of change and inspiration for others. Many people go through life without ever pausing to ask themselves why they are here. They wake up, go through routines, fulfill obligations, and chase after things society tells them are important. Money, status, approval. Yet deep down, they often feel a strange emptiness. That emptiness is not a flaw. It is the signal that something vital is missing. It is the soul's quiet cry for meaning, for direction, for purpose. Without that sense of purpose, life becomes mechanical, hollow, and unfulfilling. It is not true living. It is mere existence. Existence is survival. It is doing what is necessary to stay afloat, to meet basic needs, to avoid trouble. It is reactive, not creative. It follows patterns, obeys expectations, and often feels numb. In contrast, living with purpose breathes color, energy, and passion into every moment. It transforms even the simplest activities into meaningful contributions. When you know your purpose, you don't just exist to take up space or mark time. You live with intention. You move with clarity. You wake up excited because you are part of something larger than yourself. Purpose acts as an internal compass. It gives you a reason to endure hardships, a motivation to rise above setbacks, and a guide for making decisions that align with your true values. Without purpose, decisions feel confusing, energy feels scattered, and life can easily become a cycle of chasing short-term pleasures that never satisfy. But with purpose, even difficulties become meaningful. Challenges are no longer mere obstacles. They are stepping stones on the path to fulfilling your destiny. The tragedy is not that people fail to succeed in the traditional sense. The true tragedy is when people succeed at things that don't matter to them. They climb ladders only to realize the ladder was leaning against the wrong wall. They achieve goals society celebrates, yet feel quietly miserable inside. Purpose is what saves you from that fate. It roots your achievements in meaning. It makes your victories feel rewarding because they are aligned with who you truly are. Every person carries a unique purpose within them, a mission that only they can fulfill in the way they were designed to. To ignore it is to rob the world of your greatest gift. To embrace it is to step into a life of real fulfillment, real contribution, and real joy. Life without purpose is mere existence. Life with purpose is true, vibrant living. Purpose is not something that arrives on your doorstep with a neat label attached to it. It is not handed down like an inheritance, nor does it reveal itself effortlessly. Discovering your purpose requires a personal journey. A journey filled with questions, exploration, and a willingness to look deeply within yourself. It demands active searching, not passive waiting. Too many people sit idly, hoping that one day, somehow, their true calling will simply appear. But purpose reveals itself only to those who are determined to seek it. Your passions are one of the most powerful clues to your purpose. The activities that make you lose track of time, the subjects that ignite your curiosity, the dreams that keep resurfacing in your heart. These are not accidents. They are signals pointing toward your deeper mission. Paying attention to what naturally energizes you is like following a trail of breadcrumbs toward your purpose. What you love often holds the seeds of what you are meant to do. Equally important are your frustrations, what makes you angry, what injustices or problems you feel compelled to fix, also offers hints about your purpose. Sometimes the very thing that bothers you most in the world is the thing you were born to change. Purpose often hides in the emotions you can't ignore, the stirrings that won't let you settle for an ordinary life. Ignoring these signals can lead to a life of quiet dissatisfaction, but listening to them can unlock paths you never imagined. Dreams, too, are critical indicators. The visions you carry privately, the ideas that excite you but seem too big or too risky, often carry the DNA of your true calling. Dreams are not foolish distractions. They are invitations from the future, whispering possibilities you have yet to create. They are reminders that you are capable of more than what you currently see around you. Finding your purpose demands more than occasional reflection. It demands relentless curiosity, honest self-assessment, and the courage to take action even when the path is unclear. It means trying new things, stepping into unfamiliar spaces, and risking failure for the sake of discovery. It is in the doing, not just the thinking, that clarity comes. The truth is, your purpose has always been close. It lives inside your natural desires, your persistent dreams, your fiercest frustrations. It has been speaking to you in 1,000 quiet ways. The question is not whether your purpose exists. The question is whether you are willing to dig deep enough to find it. Finding your purpose will never happen if you only stay where it feels safe and familiar. Purpose doesn't live inside your comfort zone. It exists beyond it, on the other side of fear, uncertainty, and risk. The life you are called to live demands that you stretch, that you step into the unknown, that you embrace the uncomfortable. Growth and purpose are inseparably linked, and growth never happens where you are most at ease. Your comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. It is built from routines, habits, and beliefs that protect you from pain, but also quietly limit your potential. It convinces you that safety is the highest goal, but the real tragedy is not the pain of failure. It is the regret of never having tried. Purpose calls you out of that comfort and into a life of impact, creativity, and fulfillment, but only if you are willing to answer. Every dream that truly matters will at first seem bigger than you. Every purpose worth pursuing will at some point scare you. Fear is not a sign that you should turn back. It is often the signal that you are moving in the right direction. The discomfort you feel when you step toward your purpose is the same discomfort an athlete feels when strengthening muscles. It's the sign that growth is happening. Courage, not comfort, must be your companion. You will find that the challenges, the setbacks, the obstacles you encounter on the way are not accidents meant to stop you. They are assignments meant to shape you. Each difficulty is a lesson, each struggle a refining fire that prepares you to carry the weight of your true calling. Purpose is not about avoiding difficulty. It is about developing the strength to rise above it. Every time you push past fear, every time you choose growth over ease, you are stepping closer to the life you were designed to live. The path to purpose is not paved with guarantees. It is paved with faith, resilience, and action. It requires you to believe in possibilities you cannot yet see and to move toward them even when others doubt you. Most people retreat when faced with fear. Those who fulfill their purpose move forward through it. If you are waiting to feel ready, if you are waiting for the perfect moment, you will wait forever. Your purpose is waiting for you on the other side of discomfort. Step out, step forward, step up, and watch your life transform. True education is far more than the gathering of facts or the passing of examinations. It is the awakening of the mind to its own limitless potential. It is the ability to see beyond what is and imagine what could be. Purpose is discovered and fulfilled when education is not limited to memorization, but is expanded into imagination, critical thinking, and bold action. Knowledge on its own is powerless if it remains unused. It becomes powerful only when it is transformed into creativity, innovation, and service. Many people wrongly believe that education ends with a diploma, but the truth is, real education begins when you start asking questions no textbook can answer. Questions like, why am I here? And what can I contribute that no one else can? Purpose-driven living requires a mind that never stops learning, a heart that never stops growing, and a spirit that is always reaching for higher understanding. Education must not be a cage, it must be a key. It should not confine you to rigid paths, but should unlock your ability to create new ones. The person who simply memorizes what others have discovered will always be limited by those discoveries. The person who learns how to think, to dream, and to act can surpass every limit placed before them. Purpose demands that you use your mind not only to survive, but to invent, to heal, to inspire, and to build. It is your responsibility to transform every lesson you have learned into something greater, to turn theory into practice, to turn knowledge into wisdom, and to turn wisdom into impact. You were not given intelligence simply to consume information. You were given intelligence to solve problems, to bridge gaps, to pioneer new possibilities. This is how your education becomes a tool for living out your true purpose. Understand this clearly. Your talents, your skills, and your education are not for you alone. They are meant to be poured out into the world. Every time you apply what you have learned to lift others, to solve challenges, to create beauty or efficiency, you are stepping deeper into your purpose. True education serves as a ladder, lifting you from where you are to where you are destined to be. Purpose thrives on a mind that is constantly expanding, a heart that is constantly giving, and a will that is constantly daring. Let your education be the fuel, but let your purpose be the fire. Combine what you know with who you are, and you will not only live a life of success, you will live a life of deep, unforgettable significance. Purpose is the unseen force that fuels persistence. It is the invisible engine that keeps you moving when everything around you tells you to stop. Without a clear sense of purpose, obstacles feel overwhelming and setbacks feel final. But when you know why you are fighting, why you are building, why you are enduring, you develop a resilience that no failure can destroy and no delay can defeat. Challenges are inevitable on the path to any great achievement. You will face criticism, rejection, disappointment, and sometimes even betrayal. But these are not signs that you are on the wrong path. They are tests to prove how much your purpose truly matters to you. Without purpose, the smallest difficulty can seem like a reason to quit. With purpose, even the greatest challenge becomes another opportunity to rise, to learn, and to grow stronger. A clear and burning purpose gives you a reason to get back up after every fall. It keeps you focused when distractions pull at you. It reminds you that the pain you are enduring today is nothing compared to the reward waiting for you tomorrow. Purpose gives meaning to your suffering and dignity to your struggles. It transforms hardship from something to avoid into something to embrace as part of your becoming. Those who achieve greatness are not necessarily the most talented, the most connected, or the most privileged. They are often the ones who simply refuse to give up. They had a vision inside them so strong that no amount of failure could erase it. Purpose acts like a lighthouse in the darkest storms. It keeps you oriented toward your destination even when the path is hard to see. Persistence fueled by purpose also builds character. It molds you into the kind of person who can handle success when it arrives. Without the trials that demand perseverance, you might reach your goal without the strength to sustain it. Purpose ensures that every delay, every detour, and every disappointment is used to forge the steel of endurance within you. When you know your purpose, you stop measuring success by immediate results. You measure it by how faithfully you continue to move forward, no matter what stands in your way. You begin to realize that every step, no matter how small, is progress. You come to understand that the journey itself is preparing you just as much as the destination is calling you. Purpose makes you unstoppable because it ties your actions to something far greater than momentary comfort. It gives you a reason to endure, to fight, to believe, and ultimately to triumph. When you live aligned with your true purpose, something extraordinary happens. Success begins to find you. You no longer have to chase it anxiously, hoping to grasp it before it slips away. Instead, your purpose acts like a magnet, drawing the right opportunities, the right people, and the right resources into your life. Living with purpose does not just transform what you achieve. It transforms who you become and the impact you leave behind. Success that comes without purpose often feels empty. You can achieve titles, wealth, and recognition, but without a deeper meaning behind them, they quickly lose their shine. True success, the kind that satisfies the soul, only comes when your daily actions are connected to something larger than personal gain. Purpose gives your success a foundation that cannot be shaken by changing circumstances, criticism, or failure. When you operate with a clear sense of why you are here, you naturally rise above the noise of competition and comparison. You stop trying to mimic others or fit into molds that were never made for you. Instead, you tap into your unique gifts, your unique voice, and your unique mission. This authenticity is powerful. People are drawn to it because it is rare. In a world full of imitation, authenticity shines like a beacon. Living with purpose also multiplies your influence. You are no longer working just for yourself. You are working for a cause, for a vision, for something that touches lives beyond your own. Your actions become answers to someone else's questions. Your courage becomes the inspiration for someone else's leap of faith. Your persistence becomes the example someone else needed to keep going. Purpose turns your personal journey into a path others can follow toward their own breakthroughs. The impact of living your purpose extends beyond what you can see. You might never fully realize how many people are uplifted by your example, how many lives are changed by your commitment, or how many futures are brighter because you refuse to live small. But whether you see it or not, every time you act from a place of purpose, you are sending ripples of hope and possibility into the world. When you live for a reason greater than yourself, success is not just about accumulation. It becomes about contribution. It becomes about building, healing, inspiring, and elevating others as you climb. And in the end, that is the only kind of success that truly matters. The kind that echoes long after you are gone. Purpose is the key to that kind of legacy. Here's a strong, powerful conclusion for the entire speech. Purpose is not a luxury reserved for a few. It is the very essence of why each one of us is here. Without it, life becomes a hollow repetition of days. With it, life becomes a powerful, unstoppable force. Purpose is discovered through relentless searching, through following the whispers of passion, frustration, and dreams that refuse to die. It demands courage to leave the comfort of the familiar and step boldly into the unknown. It requires an education that awakens the mind, not just fills it, and transforms knowledge into impact. Purpose fuels persistence when failure tries to define us and keeps our spirit burning even when the path grows dark. It is the force that turns pain into power, obstacles into opportunities, and setbacks into stepping stones. And when we live in alignment with that purpose, success stops being a distant prize we chase. It becomes the natural outcome of who we are and what we give to the world. This is the truth. Your life is not an accident, and your struggles are not meaningless. You were born with a reason. You carry within you the solution to problems yet unsolved, and the light that others desperately need. Refuse to live in mere existence. Find your purpose, feed it with everything you have, and unleash it upon the world, because when you do, you will not just live, you will live greatly, and your legacy will echo through generations yet to come.